Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything. I'm coming at you with another update. This is our channel update for the Pirates of Drinax. We are on hold right now for the Traveler campaign, but there is light on the horizon. I talked to a couple of my friends, and a couple of them are excited about maybe playing. Well, one is definitely committed to playing. The other two, I'm not sure about. There was like three of them. But if I could get that one player to commit and come and make a character, we'll record it. I'll upload it. And then he was going to bring one of his friends that's also excited to play. And then a third player, I found another person I found out played D&D, so I thought, I'd go ahead and invite him to my game. He's now, these guys, I have never played with any of them, and it'll be exciting for me to have some new, fresh blood in the game. But also, it's kind of scary because of the stories that a couple of these guys, or one of these guys, tells me about his friend and about himself and how he plays D&D with this other group. He seems like, or they both seem like they might be disruptive, but when I confronted him about being disruptive, he said, no, I'm misunderstanding what they're trying to do or how they're playing or their play style on that other campaign. And so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, And he's excited about being maybe a tactician, a military genius or something. That's kind of the direction he was going. Sounds good. Let's see if he and his friend can come over and make a character together. That would be great. And maybe even get the third person to come over and make a character. When they actually commit and they come over and we actually make characters, I'll go ahead and stream that. That should only be a couple hours, and then because we'll knock them out, no problem. Bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. If they plan to come over on one of our normal nights, then I will invite my other players to show up as well, because then as soon as they get done making characters, we can just jump into the game, right? So we'll get into episode 2 of the Pirates of Drinax. We only got a character creation, which half the players disappeared, and then we had one episode of the Pirates of Drinax. Now, we did do a tutorial episode, a side quest, where they went to the planet of Tarsus, but that's over with. So now we just need to get this Pirates of Drinax back up and running. Now, because I was excited about this, I was like, all right, we can get a group back together, and we'll have some new blood, some people that have never played Traveler before. It'll be like super exciting to teach some people how to play. And that's one reason why I made those Learn to Play Traveler videos. So if you've been watching those, that's great. But that's also because it's a new set of rules for me, and when I get a new set of rules, I learn how to play it, and then I know that other people want to maybe know what I now know, so I try to share my knowledge with other people. I got super excited about some new fresh blood, and that the fact that our Traveler game was probably coming back soon. I went out and I made a new referee screen. Okay, these are 8.5 by 11 boards that I cut out from a large poster-sized backer board. It's backer board for the back of picture frames. So this is the board that you would find in the back of picture frames. So I cut out 5 panels, okay, of 8.5 by 11. Let's see if I can get, okay. And I'll try to get these on camera. So like there's panel 1, and then, or maybe that's panel. That's panel 1. Okay, this is the end of the board. So that's panel 1, and it pans across, and you can kind of see that there's kind of a planet orbit theme going on. I don't have any busyness going on the screen. It's just a horizon, right? Now, I took photographs. I not from space, obviously, but no, I took some photographs and I made this screen. Now, I also took the Traveler logo, the Pirates of Drinax logo. I put that on there as well, but something that you might find, I don't know, how do I fold this thing up? I think it's this way. Okay. I also put the law level codes right there, which I don't know if you'll be able to see on the screen. I don't know if it can focus. Okay, but yeah, it's the law level code so the players can see it. Now I put it on both ends of the screen. It's also on that end. So it's on this end and that end. So and it's very unobtrusive on the screen. I wanted the screen to be very clean. And yeah, so it's super clean. Now on the inside, I looked at a bunch of Traveler screens. I looked at some screens that are in PDF form. I looked at a bunch of different fan-made screens, and none of them really jumped out at me as being worth a dang. So what I did was I went through the manual. Okay, I went through the book, and I found every chart that I thought I would need in the middle of a game. I was like, you know, I could use that chart. I could use that chart. I'm gonna, instead of looking it up in the book, it'll be right there on my screen. So I used my snipping tool, I cut them out, I put them into a folder, and I had like 20 different images of things that needed to be on a screen. And then I made a 8.5 by 55 inch panel, and in my paint.net is the program I use for any kind of creating pictures or editing pictures. So I made this panel, and I put in all the different charts on the panel so that when I printed it out, I could cut it up and I could glue it to the inside of the screen. Now let's take a look at the inside of the screen. See, I'll tell you the charts that I have. This is kind of a cool thing. I got healing right here. I've got travel times right here, because that's important to know exactly how long it would take to get to orbit or whatever. And I might have made some of these way too big because I didn't really know what it would look like once I printed it, you know. But I think it's pretty good. I should be able to read it. And then right there, I got space. Okay, it's a couple of different things. On this side, I've got the passenger table, the cargo table with their modifiers right here. And then I've got like range bands for space, and then beams and missiles and dogfight modifiers. And then on the next panel over, it's still in the space combat genre, right? I've got sensor ranges and detection thresholds. I've got an example of some weapons here. I've got the I've got the turn sequence right there. Important. That's super important. Initiative, reactions, and all of this stuff is what can be used in space, as well as common attack modifiers. Right? Perfect. So far, so good. And then the next panel over, personal combat, because, you know, because that's what players do. And I've got common modifiers, range bands, cover modifiers, encounter distances, critical hits on vehicles and ships, actually, I think. Yeah, but I put it on there anyway because of the vehicles. And then weapon. Man, this five panel board's like obnoxious. But I also have weapon stats like burst and radioactive and bulky and stuff like that. Things that might be important, you know, but I put it on the screen just to help me out. And then over here, the last page, you can see I made some things way too big. Like this one is my stats and their modifiers. And this is on the end panel, which I'm not going to be looking directly at. And I put a copy of the law levels on there for me. And then task chains, when you succeed, what kind of modifier you give to the next guy. And then over here, skill difficulty levels, like simple, easy, hard, stuff like that. And so when I lay this out in front of me, and guess what? You'll get to see it if we do the live stream. I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can kind of see what the hell. You've got 3 main panels, and I laid them down as well. I've noticed that the Mongoose screen is like 4 panels, but they're standing up. So it only gives you a limited amount of space, but it's tall. It's like I'm looking over my screen. Where this way, if I lay my panels from vertical to horizontal, you get more room and it's lower, so it's easier to look over, right? Okay, so it's better of both worlds. I get more real estate, basically, and there are 3 center panels. So if I fold it like that, there's 3 center panels that face the players directly, and then there's 2 side panels that, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I'm keep going backwards like that. The way I connected the panels was with heavy duty packaging tape. So that's under the boards. All right, between the boards is heavy duty packaging tape. I made it so that I could fold it up, lay it flat in between my books. I feel proud of this. Okay. And hopefully I'll get to use it when I'm playing the Pirates of Drinax. I look forward to seeing you guys. And the last announcement is, I haven't really told the players this yet. It's really not a definite thing going on right now, because this plan I'm planning on changing, because there's a possibility that 1 or 2 of the players will be off a certain day and not off another day, and we tend to play on Wednesdays and Thursdays because one of the players is off on those 2 days. Those are his 2 days off. So we will try to play on one of those 2 days. But that also means that if one of our other players is working, let's say on a Wednesday night, he'll have to let me know like a week in advance, and then I will schedule the game for the Thursday. And then if he happens to be working that Thursday night, because we sometimes open, we sometimes close, so if he works late on a Thursday night, then the next week or whatever that week he's scheduled, we'll play on a Wednesday night. That's what my plan is. I haven't told the players yet. I just thought of this afternoon. I haven't texted anybody or whatever. I'm probably going to drop that in a text in just a few minutes. So I'll get back with you and let you know how that works too. Thanks for coming out and watching these videos. We're going to be streaming live on Twitch. If you're a YouTuber and you normally come back and watch these videos afterwards, that's fine, because we'll upload it to YouTube like a day after. Live stream, Twitch, watch the video afterwards on YouTube. All right, guys, I'll see you if we get going. I'm excited. Let's see if it happens.